Do you guys like horror movies?
No.
Not really. No.
Sorry, I don't ever mean to no, but not my genre.
Haha, yeah, me neither.
Certain kinds of horror movies I like. I like the more sort of fantastical ones.
Ah.
I'm less interested in the horror movies that are like a guy with a knife is gonna stab you in your face.
Yeah, like Beyond the Black Rainbow, really good.
Or like like Hellraiser or something where it's like, ooh, that's super scary and horrible, but it's like, I don't have to worry about that happening to me. I just don't mess with the puzzle box. If I see a puzzle box, I'll just leave it alone.
Very true.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I'm a big horror fan. I cried watching Nosferatu because I liked it so much. And then the new Final Destination movie is very good. If anybody likes horror movies, go see the new Final Destination movie.
I've heard good things about them.
It's so goofy. Like
this time, it's really, really, really final.
Yeah. Well, the best is they have a horror. One of the Final Destination movies is called The Final Destination, and then they made 2 more.
Final Destination Legacy.
I haven't seen the Final Destination movies, but I get the impression that it's like killer Rube Goldberg machines.
That is exactly the vibe.
I was already afraid of walking trucks, to be honest, before those movies came out. But
did you see the ads that they were doing for the new movie? Yeah,
so smart. Taking logging trucks that appear to be hauling fake logs, and then putting a little advertising, a bib around them. Yeah, so good.
All right, I am going to hang up here and attempt to do the sunrise. So, wish me luck.
Right.
I will join you back here in a couple minutes again once I get in the car and a little ways away from my house. And in the meantime, get your donations in of $6.66 or multiples thereof. For your chance to win this Duskmorn House of Horror bundle. And remember, we are still well within our donation matching fund. So every dollar you donate is going to count as 2. So if you donate...
You did that.
Yeah, you did that. So if you donate 666, double it. That's what you're donating. If you donate $250, like JDR just did, that counts as 500. Thank you, JDR. That's very kind. All right. I will see you back here in a few minutes.
Good hunting. So, Jordynne, with your love of horror movies, what would be your top 3 horror movies to share with other people to get them to understand your love of horror movies?
My specific love of horror movies?
Yeah.
Or like to get them into horror in general?
I know, like to get what you love about horror movies. So, you can have a new best friend.
So number 1 would be The Descent.
That is one I've seen and love. To be honest,
that's people going down into a cave system. That's scary, right?
Yeah, that one. It is incredible. It is my favorite horror movie. Ooh, I saw the TV glow in the chat. I love when people have really good taste in movies. that movie, I would say, I would not recommend that one to get people into horror unless they are LGBT. Because that one is about the horrors of being trans and stuck in a cis presenting identity. Incredible movie, fantastic. So I saw this. I feel like I saw the TV glow is a little bit too niche and advanced stuff, so I wouldn't put it in my top 3.
That's allowed.
But it's very good. But I had to give it its flowers. See, I would probably put Saw 1 in there, though Saw 2 is my favorite. It's just the best Saw movie. Like Saw 2 is my favorite, but it's not the best one. And it's before all of the sort of telenovela that happens and the later Saw movies happen. I'm I'm trying to think of what my third one would be.
I remember reading a thing, somebody talking about watching. They went to like a marathon of like all 7 or however many Saw movies there are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying like after a while, it's just like it's completely like you just start being like watching the sort of mechanics of the like weird setups, and it's
Yeah.
like the horror is gone, and it's just like you don't care about the people at all. It's just like, what are they
Oh
doing
yeah.
this time?
It's yeah. They're so goofy, and I love them because they're bad. God, what? There's just so many good horror. Like, I would want to put like Martyrs probably in the last one, but that one's a rough one. If I'm showing someone their first 3 horror movies, I wouldn't want to show them Martyrs, but I would want to show them Martyrs. Yeah.
That fits.
Yeah. I'm
You
like,
can just say House too.
yeah, that's a good one. Like Thoroughbreds, I think I would count as a horror movie. I don't know. I would honestly just be like, hey, you want to get into horror? Just watch Dead Meat, the YouTube channel, and just watch their kill counts. And then if you like it, then watch the movie. Because then it's a safe, accessible way to do it with the gore censored out and jokes throughout, so it's not as scary. And then if you start to vibe with something, then you just watch the movie itself.
Okay.
Also, they just seem like lovely people.
There's another YouTube channel. I think it's just called like Ending Explained or something. But there's
yeah.
another YouTube channel where a guy does like, and I actually quite enjoy those as well. It's the same kind of thing where it's like, I find the sort of setup and the lore of this horror thing kind of fascinating, but I'm not like totally into actually experiencing the horror of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like the horror movies I like, I get to call science fiction movies in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I just like I really like bad horror movies. Like, and that's the problem. Like, I'm like, this looks like it's terrible and a piece of garbage. I'm gonna have a great hour and a half.
Do you like bad in terms of like poorly made, or like bad in terms of not scary, or
like
just in
both?
terms of like low budget?
Usually A and B. Low budget, like I will give a low budget movie more grace than a high budget movie that takes itself ultra seriously and is garbage.
Have you seen Sinners yet?
I haven't, and I need
Okay.
to.
Yeah, big same there too.
Yeah. Though I think because I feel like there's a big crossover between us and people who watch Dropout. And I love this movie. I it's not very good, but I love it. But Unfriended, Jacob Wysocki is just in that.
Really?
Yeah. And it's camp, but it's so funny. If anybody's seen it and doesn't realize that that was Jacob Wysocki, he's the blender guy. And that's
I really liked one. I guess it's a horror movie I saw not too long ago. The was it Freaky?
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yeah.
with it's the with what's his name, the main actor in it, but or the serial killer guy. But I mean, those kind like that, or some people were talking about like Cabin in the Woods or that kind of stuff. I mean, those are sort of horror movies, but not like really.
Well, like I think Freaky's in with the same vein as like What a Wonderful Knife and like Happy Happy Death Day. Yeah, where they're all just like reimaginings as a horror, which I'm always a big fan.
Yeah, it's sort of taking the horror movie and sort of almost transposing it into a different genre.
Yeah. I when I was in high school, I was really into American Mary by the Soska sisters. And I actually interviewed them for like a school
wow.
project, and they were really, really cool. I really like that movie, but that one's you better look up a trigger warning before watching it, because it is a very specific type of revenge film, and that's not for everybody. But the Soska sisters are really fantastic and like passionate film directors, and they were just like, oh yeah, some 10th grader in Hamilton High School wants to interview me. Yeah, sure. We'll just like respond to her email.
That's rad.
And like super thoughtful. They wrote like probably, I think they probably wrote like 2,000 words in response to my like super small questions.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just like really, really cool.